there are certain key factors to be considered. The burden of proof. So the burden of proof will always be on the party that asserts the affirmative. So section 101 and 102 of the Evidence Act. So let us categorize burden of proof into two parts. Burden of proof with respect to the law and pleadings, 101, and burden of proof with respect to the evidence. So as far as burden of proof with respect to the evidence, we call as onus of proof, will keep on shifting from one party to another party during the proceedings. So against the claim of the authorities, if we make a submission of documents and all, then onus will be on us for particular evidence to justify that the evidence is genuine. So onus of proof will keep on shifting from one party to another during the proceedings, but burden of proof will always be on the prosecution to justify that the transaction is Benami. Because the authorities asserts the affirmative that this is a Benami transaction. So burden is not on the assessee to justify that this is not a Benami transaction, but burden is on the authorities to justify that it is a Benami transaction. So though this is law now, law even otherwise, as I discussed in the initial slides, that even the judiciary has also given us a lot of precedents which say that the burden of proof is on the authorities. Now about the admissibility of the evidence. So evidentiary value, what we are discussing is a criminal law. So evidentiary value of the documents is very important. Say for an example, in one of the matters, say CBI raided, followed by a survey by tax department, and during the survey a statement was recorded under 133A, and now if the claim is that that is a confession, then we need to check what is the evidentiary value of that statement. First thing, that is a statement given during a survey, which is not even a statement on oath. Further, it is statement given under 133 of Income Tax Act, can be a confession under the Benami law. So we always need to weigh that when we want to justify before the judiciary, the evidentiary value of these documents is something which need to be evaluated from both the sides, from the side of the authorities as well as from the side of the defendant. The important part is that this is a criminal law, and which is absolutely different from the proceedings that we have been handling for last so many years under Income Tax Act, even the authorities and we as a chartered accountants. So under the income tax law, in the litigation, it has always been the preponderance of probabilities. But this is a criminal law, so the offense has to be justified beyond all reasonable doubts. So of course, as I said, the burden of proof is on the authorities, but the offense has to be justified beyond all reasonable doubts, and it cannot just be the preponderance of probabilities. So of course, as I said, the documentation is going to be the key.